Looks like we might be getting more rain after all. I was hoping it was ended today or this morning. Morning. Sorry I haven't had a lot of videos of the late. Trying to get at least one out to you folks every week, but over the last several weeks I've been kind of more focused on property maintenance and chores, not only here but down in the city. As you guys know, I had that big flood in the basement after the big storm we had a couple weeks back, and we just had another kind of a torrential downpour 2 days ago, and of course not only did the basement flood but for the first time we've got water leaking through the second floor ceiling from the attic, so a little more to fix up. So I've got to work on my drainage issue around the foundation, and then I've got to get somebody up to take a look at the roof. But around here I've just been trying to do some cleanup around the property. You guys may recall I had that big pile of cedar and softwood logs that I was going to use to do kind of a corduroy trail type approach down in the back of the forest where it's really wet and muddy, just down in that section to the northeast. I ended up getting outvoted by the family. I guess the girls like riding the ATV through the mud and the water back there, and so we decided we're just going to leave that part of the trail muddy. That way they can have a little fun when they're out there on their own or with their buddies. I also had to get up into the forest and replace a few of my trail cams. I tell you, things have certainly changed a lot, because I think the last time I bought a brand new trail cam, probably 4 or 5 years ago, but I've got them, as you know, throughout the forest, so I'm just trying out a few new versions. This one there, you may have seen that Brian on Retired for Life demonstrated it about a month ago, so I thought I'd give it a try. Really surprising. I'll do a follow-up on that at some point. But either way, you guys know I don't use my trail cams for, game. I use them for security. But we'll get back to that in another video. So, a bunch of those types of things, and of course, keeping the grass cut, which I always do. Had a bunch of garbage in the back here for some time, so I've been cleaning that up to get that all cleaned up and everything put away. And today, I'm gonna fire up the tractor. I've got to head back. I've been cleaning up the trails out in the forest because we've had a lot of trees down lately. Looks like we've got one big cedar that's kind of rotted out, and it blocks 2 parts of the trail where it comes together. So I'm gonna get the saw out, head back there with the tractor, and let's see if we can get that cleaned up, and that'll finish me up for all my trail maintenance this week. So hey, I hope you'll stick around with me today. Cheers. Old and rotted out, and I think I could probably just grab that with the grapple. I don't actually believe that I need the chainsaw for this at all, actually. Let's give her a try, shall we? So that'll do it for the trail maintenance. I had a bunch of other things and different smaller limbs or smaller trees down throughout the trails, and I guess I could have filmed that for you good folks, but I figured I got to get out, get this big old rotted out cedar out of the way. That now clears. If you remember, I've got adjoining trails. This trail actually goes out and around the far northeast end of the property, then comes back around over here, and then comes through here. And then from there, she runs this way, out to the tractor and then out to the cabin. So that being said, with the rain still holding off, I've got to block up a couple of elm stumps over on Rolf's property, so I think I'm going to head there next. So if you want to stick around, hang in there with me. Kind of a slow moving, easy going day. But hey, when it rains, it pours. Jeez, I gotta tell you guys, I'm definitely feeling a little bit under the weather today. I think Guy gave me his cold. He was sick for about a week. He promised me he was over it, but I have a feeling he wasn't. But I've always found that if you start to feel that flu or that cold coming on, it's always better to keep busy, not to sit in the house and wait for it to attack you. So I think I might be moving a little slowly today. Okay, that's a wrap. Oh, first aid kit. Jeez. Take two. I told you. I'm a little sluggish today. Oh boy. I'll be honest, I'm kind of feeling like the weather. Miserable. You folks may remember this spot. This is Ralph's place. You might recall last winter, or I guess last summer, we came in and I think there were 5 elm trees that were standing dead back here. We took them off and then bucked and split them up. Bobby got that wood, I think, for his wood pile because he loves elm for some reason. And I need the stumps. So assuming the weatherman is not wrong and the rain doesn't come in for a couple hours, we'll get her done. If not, we're gonna be heading for the shade. Well, it looks like I've got some company. Isn't that nice? You might be wondering why I brought the string trimmer today. Well, it's not that the thistles and the overgrown weeds and grass are bothering me. It's that I need to get around the stump and make sure I can see where all the rocks are, because I'm pretty sure there'll be a few. Boy, this day's picking up already. So what'd you think, guys? Big enough?
This is excellent. Nice job on cutting it.
Well,
It's a good test log.
It sure will be when that splitter arrives.
Absolutely.
But hey, I think I'm going to need a bigger trailer.
I think so.
Yeah.
There's no question. And a tractor to lift this.
Yeah. You mean you guys aren't putting it in the trailer for me?
No,
Alrighty. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for showing up. You made my day. I was having a miserable morning, and it's so nice to see some friendly faces showing up. So I'm going to go grab that tractor, grab the trailer, put some air in the tire again. Haul it out and get these loaded before that big rain comes. Thanks a lot, guys.
Okay. Have a good day.
Yeah. I guess it's going to be one of those days, eh, guys and gals? It's been a while, but let's see if the winch works on this ATV. If I could just clear it a few feet out, then I can get by and grab the tractor. Oh boy. Did I say something like when it rains it pours? I think I said that at least once today. Of course, I left all my tree straps in the tractor. Yeah, because the trouble I have is, is that my 3-point doesn't go down as far as guys, so I always have to pop this up, eh?
Why would that be?
I think if I change that linkage spot, I might be better. I'm not sure, I've just never tried it. So hey, trailer's off. I'm not a big fan of lifting heavy stuff with no counterweight on the back, but I don't have much of a choice. Let's get those big old rounds into the trailer and wrap this up. Looks like we might miss that rainstorm. Thanks, Ralph.
No problem.
messed up on that I didn't think about till after is I put this on an angle on a hill. So when I was coming at it this way, I could feel that, you know, your butt starts to get a little light. Yeah, that was terrible planning on my part. I didn't even notice until I started to lift it, and then I was like, ooh, maybe I should put it down and move the trailer. But anyways, all good. So that's 2'6". Wow. So that's 30 inches. And then here, 2 foot mark, 2 feet.
Now I got myself a chair now to sit on.
Well, you do, yeah. You could fancy that up, and you can sit out here with a lemonade on a pretty day.
I think so. I think that's ideal.
Yeah. Well, I think we're all wrapped up, and geez, we beat the rain. Let's put everything together and head on out. Thanks again, Ralph. I really appreciate it, buddy.
No problem. Thank you.
Well, that's a wrap. You know what? Started off the day kind of miserable, but I'm feeling a little better, and we beat the rain. So I'm gonna run these back over by the woodshed. Thanks so much for sticking around today, and a big thanks to Husky Bob and Ralph for coming by and keeping me company and helping out. Have a great week with your families. Please be kind to each other, and I'll see you again right here. I'm Gord Potter, and you've been watching GP Outdoors. Cheers. See you, Ralph.